morning and welcome to Bristol County News and Senior Concerns. My name is Christopher Marcelino, and I'm glad to have my co-host back, Roland Martineau. We haven't had a show for 2 weeks. Well, actually, we didn't tape last week, so we had myself and Councilor Pat Casey for 2 weeks in a row, and we're sorry he had to see that 2 weeks in a row. But Roland is back. I'm glad he's back, and I need Roland. He's a very intelligent guy, and he knows a lot about the city. I mean, he was one of the founding fathers of the city, so it's great to have him here with me. Roland, what's going on with the senior concerns?
There's a lot impacting them right now. They're just trying to get through the weather, which I'm sure a lot of elderly people are affected by it. Either they can't shovel their driveways, or they can't get the prescriptions. There's always something impacting them. But the people that try to help them out, caregivers and what have you, are certainly up to the job of taking care of them. I'm sure they're doing a good job. The thing that I wanted to mention this morning was I wanted to remind everybody out there about mixing your medications. This is a very dangerous thing. And boy, if you mix the wrong medications, it can have some dire consequences. So just a couple of tips real quickly. I'm nursing a sore throat, believe it or not. I think I got it from Kevin Reed, matter of fact. When I was in here last time, he was sick. But anyway, keep an updated list of medicines in your wallet next to the phone. Also give a copy to a close family member or caregiver. That's always a good thing to do, You might leave home and forget in what sequence, and by the way, you got to take your medication in sequence and at the same time every day, which is par for the course. And, because like I say, you can get sick from not adhering to that type of a schedule. Right? At every medical appointment, describe your medications, including any over-the-counter medicines, herbal treatments, and dietary supplements. Not too long ago, I took, not Mucinex, I took something for cold and congestion, and I ended up in the hospital for a day.
Wow.
Because it mixed, excuse me 1 second.
No, it's okay.
Yes, this is Roland. We're on TV right now. Okay. I just love it. Now I'll turn it off. I just didn't think anybody was going to call, But anyway, I can't. Calls are so important. Anyway, always try to stay away from that. Check with the pharmacist. If you're on a prescription medication, before you take anything over the counter, you want to talk with him, because, like I say, I ended up in a hospital for a day with heart palpitations, and they were very concerned. And they told me, never to touch it again. I won't say the name because it probably doesn't impact everybody like that impacted me or affected me, okay?
Well, some of that stuff that's loaded with the alcohol,
and
right?
before, you got to be careful. I mean, you got to read the prescription, but I'm talking about over the counter.
Right.
If you've got something that's prescription, then you get something over the counter, it may not mix, you know what I'm saying? Consult a health professional before you take any new medicines, obviously. If you don't, you're looking for trouble. Don't take old medicines or drugs that have been prescribed for somebody else. Boy, does that happen more and more today. And I just can't believe it. People are trading drugs off because they got a virus or they got a cold. I got something for that. My doctor prescribed this. They give it to the person. I've seen it happen. And that's not the thing to do. You should never, never take anybody else's medicine. I don't care. You go to the doctor, get your own medicine. Let him prescribe, for you. But that's happening more and more today. Don't take medicines with grapefruit juice. A lot of people didn't know that. Can't do that.
It tells you right on the bottle.
Yeah, well, the juice is broken down by the same enzyme in the liver that breaks down many medicines. It can cause drug levels in the blood to rise dangerously high, and you don't want that to happen, And certainly, we all, I don't know if you probably saw it, being a former police officer. These guys that drink every day, and they're on medication, they're on high blood pressure pills, and they're downing a shot in a beer. What are you, nuts?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a death wish? Because guess what? Keep pushing a button and it will happen. So these are things that you should remember And everyone, not just the elderly, but any young people also that's on medication, be very, very careful, okay? A note here for people who kind of missed it. Our dear friend passed away. You remember Van Johnson. He was born in 1916 out of Newport, Rhode Island. He died on December 26th. Man, he died the day after Christmas. But Van Johnson was quite an actor. Never made the service. Became extremely popular during World War II. Never, like I say, never went in, but he was behind making war movies. And as a kid growing up, I remember him in a lot of the movies. He went to Rogers High School. He was a Newport, Rhode Island native person, and he just kind of went out to pasture. As time went on in Hollywood, they didn't need a blonde-haired, freckle-faced boy anymore, and he went to the stage. And he would do Playhouse, and a lot of Playhouses.
I like the Playhouse too.
Well, that's what he did. Matter of fact, I'm scheduled to go see one. Topol, his last Fiddler on the Roof. If you get a chance to go see that, yes.
That's at the yep.
If you get a chance to go see it, it's his last. This is it for him. He's retiring. Please go and see Fiddler on the Roof if you get a chance. You won't be sorry. And I think you'll enjoy it because it's really a great show.
Well, I know they've been promoting that, and I think the tickets are hard to find now. So I mean, because they're loading up on that.
Luckily, I got friends up there, and I got my tickets ahead of time, so I was all set.
You got friends everywhere.
Well, I try, and I got enemies. My car got hit the other day, and some Yahoo kept going. They don't stop anymore when they hit your car.
Yeah.
They just keep going,
Well, how can you stop if you don't have a license?
Well, I probably figured that. I know it was a red pickup truck. Because there's red, and I was parked near a red pickup truck. And the tragedy of it is, how dishonest can you really be? You know what I mean? You hit somebody's car. Most people have insurance.
Yep.
If not, they keep going and they look around. There's nobody around. They keep going, but I have to pick that one up. Anyway, that's about it as far as senior concerns are. Check your medication, sports fans, and don't poison yourself, and certainly don't make yourself sick by taking medication.
Well,
hey, and there's another thing. You know what you got to be careful of? Let me mention this. When you have visitors come to your home, you have to not only lock up your medication, but you got to keep an eye on it because somebody will ask to use the bathroom.
And they go right through it.
And they could go through it. They could take it, you know what I mean? Or they'll walk through the bedroom or something like that. And you're not looking at them. They look for your medication, trust me.
Well,
so people should be aware of that.
You know that people, they've aired that a lot of times on TV, it's been on for years, that most people, and I forgot the percentage, that most people, when they go to your house and they go to the bathroom, they look in your medicine cabinet. I don't know why they do that, but they do. And I even heard there was, they had one where the guy was in there very quietly and he drops everything right out of the medicine cabinet.
No. Yeah, that's something you should be watching out for. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the city?
Are you kidding?
There seems to be a lot of action over
there.
Are
you kidding?
Fall River.
Oh, my God.
I got a feeling they're heading for 60 Minutes one of these days, the way things are going.
Let me tell you, Roland, I was...
a couple of things I want to ask you about that.
Sure. I had a few things that I was going to bring. I had the newspaper. And before I went to bed last night, I went to heraldnews.com. I couldn't believe what was going to be on the paper. It started from 5 o'clock in the afternoon until I think the last one I got was about 10 o'clock at night. Big one. This is what I like. The council rewriting and renaming procedure. This one is a good one. And I want to touch upon, just before we even go into this, Roland, yesterday, what a great thing yesterday. Veterans, McGovern family, together.
Yeah, we were over there for lunch.
That was beautiful.
We took the Army out, thanks to the generosity of the veterans organizations, which was American Legion Post 314, with Frank Roy representing them. We were there with American Veterans Alliance. And certainly Jim Grasso from Grasso Associates was there, and through his generosity, it's just an we just so appreciate these guys that are still serving in the service. Of course, I have them on my show we do, you produce it, but it was just a great time. Isn't it wonderful? It was